My brother, thank you for waiting up on me. Can you hear me now, mobs? Perfect. I love it. Okay, now we're ready. We're ready to go. Okay, guys, thank you for waiting up. This is the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1, written by Harry B. Joseph, Revival of Wisdom. This is mind alternating information, hidden cult knowledge, free Masonic cult knowledge. This is life-changing stuff. I just want to give a shout outs to Harry B. Joseph. Thank you for what you're doing, waking up everybody and also bringing us to more spiritual ascension and mastery. Thank you. All right, let's dive right into this. This is some really serious stuff right here, guys. This is like mind-changing, life-changing stuff. Okay, so here we go. Don't be shy to ask questions. If you guys got any questions, please let me know. My name's S-Man, the Best Man. I'm your host at Critical Minds. And I know I do a lot of breeding videos, family videos, freestyles, quotes, speeches and all that stuff. But this is my calling, guys. This is the reason why the whole channel is called Critical Minds. Because of this very book right here, because of this very man, this is the reason why that I've made such significant changes to my life. Also, this YouTube has brought so much positivity in my life. So I just want to say thank you to all the supporters. Thank you to all the new subscribers, family, and friends. And just give a shout out to all you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. And we ain't stopping. So let's go. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's get right down to it, okay? I just want to let you guys know that, so here we are. So light. Genesis 1-3, let there be light. We exist in a light wave universe where everything is made from light. Low vibrating light forms matter, while high vibrating matter transforms back into light. Walter Russell's Universal 1. God is a thinking mind. The substance or a body of God is light. The one universal substance is thinking, comprehensible substance with the principles familiar to man throughout the observation. The substance of all created things is light. The one substance of thinking mind is all that exists. The mind is revealed through light. Human, which best defines hue. The attributes of colors that permits them to be classified as red, yellow, green, blue, and intermediate between any contagious pair of these colors, which can lead to orange and other such. Okay? So purple and other things. So I just want to say if you guys hear any coughs or any sniffles in the back, we're not feeling well due to our poor diet and not just sticking to the rituals. And you know what I mean? So please, I apologize if you guys hear any sneezing or coughing. All right, let's jump into this. Okay, guys, like I said, human, which best defines hue is the attribute colors of the permits of the classification of the colors. As a human, we are attribute of a color defined by the unique frequency we vibrate at, placing us within a specific spectrum. Each individual is the mind, not the physical body. Did you get that? We're the mind, not the body. Without the mind, the body and the physical world would cease to exist. The mind is a spirit, the intelligence that directs the body and shapes the world around us. It functions like a frequency tuner, aligning itself with the various frequencies. The mind resides in the mental plane, which is a sacred realm which our minds are tuned to. We focus on a topic such as generating wealth. We tune into that frequency in the mental plane and receive ideas and thoughts that align with it. Our mind usually operates in a dormant frequency based on the daily thinking habits. So your thought processes, your emotions has led you up to the materialization of your external world. All your thoughts and your daily thinking habits is what tunes you into a certain frequency onto this world. Each frequency corresponds to a color, such as a mindset manifests as colors into astral plane. According to the frequency we operate and carry, hate, for example, generates in a reddish color. This is why the word human refers to the attribute of a color. Our goal should be to ascend to violet, the highest frequency in vibrational color in the light spectrum. We are light beings in physical form, manifesting our true essence through the frequency we align with. Okay, so guys, you don't see into reality. This is not, we don't live in a reality. Our pupils are black holes, and they simulate this physical experience called the matrix, material trick matrix, okay? The sigils of Lucifer, you see this here? See it on the sarcophagus? See how you guys don't even know it? Those are the sigils of Lucifer. So here we go, guys. These are your visual cortex. These are your eyeballs. This is your brain. That's the frontal lobe of your brain. These are the light entry retinas, your black holes, the visual field. Lucifer, the light barrier. Lucifer equals Lucy. Lucy in Latin means light. The sigils of Lucifer is showing you the visual field of the eyes. We do not perceive the external world directly. Light waves enter the retinas, and the image we experience is generated in the visual cortex located in the back of our brains. The visual cortex is the primary region of the brain responsible for receiving, interrogating, and processing any visual information relayed from the retinas. The ancient Egyptians possessed a profound understanding of reality and the brain's functions, which is why the knowledge is embedded in their scriptures and artwork. Symbolism. Okay, guys? So we are electrical, magnetic beings. We're light beings, okay? Element, ment, mind, God. Element, God, mind. Christ consciousness. Okay, guys? These elements only exist within the mind. Humans are God manifested in flesh. Each of us are a fraction of God in separate bodies connected through the universal mind, intelligence. Okay? God is mind. God, all things exist within the infinite intelligence. God is constantly thinking all things into existence. And through our thoughts, we participate in this divine creative process. You guys understand that? Let me run this one more time by you guys. The elements exist only within the mind. Humans are God manifested in flesh. Each of us a fraction of God in separate bodies, connected through the universal mind. God is mind, and all things exist within its infinite intelligence. God is constantly thinking all things into existence, and through our thoughts, we participate in this divine creative process. Wow. And if you guys have any questions as I go along, please don't hesitate to ask. This is, it's going to be a lot of information that we go through. I'm only going to do this for, a little bit, but this is something that I want to give a test run and see if people are really ready to wake up and ascend. Spiritual mastery, guys. Spiritual mastery. Sorry for the camera. Okay, let's do this. So, Christ oil. When the moon enters your sun sign, your birth zodiac sign, a sacred oil is released. Christ oil, chrism oil, crus oil, Christos oil, Christ oil. This is the sacred oil that is that your body produces, that brings you, that unlocks your brain and different forms of thinking and consciousness. So we're gonna get to this. It's gonna blow your guys' mind. Oh, sure. Excuse me, guys. I'm just going to take a quick second to break. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. All right, so let's get back to this. Apologize for the delay, guys. Okay. When the moon enters your sun sign, your birth zodiac sign, a sacred oil is released from the brain and flows downward the spine to the sacrum bone. This fluid must be preserved and not destroyed by acidic foods or any liquids. Preserve and do not destroy this liquid. Sexual energy must be retained to raise this sacred oil back to the brain heaven. By opening the chakras, preserving sexual energy, and protecting the Christ oil, we can use the Kundalini energy to rise it from the spine back to the brain's crown chakra. When the seven chakras open and Kundalini reaches the crown, new energy pathways form in your brain, making it hard. Oh my God. Yo, let's go. I want to bring you guys back to this. When the 7 chakras are opened and the Kundalini reaches your crown chakra, new energy pathways form in your brain, making it feel hollow inside. The brain is remodeled, expanding its capacity from 10% to full 100. Dormant areas of the brain activate, unlocking new functions and experiences. The Kundalini becomes a self-sustaining circuit powered by food and water, growing stronger within time. Holy shit, guys. The oil process. The colostrum, Santa Claus, produces the sacred psychophysical fluid, which is then sent to the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. The pineal gland, male, Joseph, electrical, charges the fluid. The pituitary gland, female, Mary, magnetically charges the fluid. The IDA and the pingala nerves, the fluid flows down the IDA nerve connecting to the pituitary gland and the pingala nerve connecting to the pineal gland. The sacrum bone, solar plex, the oil rests here for 2 to 3 days. So it's like how Christ, you know what I mean? He died on the cross and he was dead for 3 days and rose again. Well, that's exactly what it is that this Christ fluid stays in your chest for 3 days, 2 to 3 days, and then rises again. So activation of the Kundalini energy. If the oil is preserved and not destroyed, it activates Kundalini energy, transforming the oil into a gas. The gas ascends up the 33 vertebrae of your spine into the medulla oblongata. Rebirth process. The energy reaches the pineal gland and then the cerebellum, resulting in the rebirth, resurrection, and brain cells, activating the pineal gland, regeneration of all cells in your body. So it just brings you back to a whole nother, it just restores you. It's like having the cradle cap on your head, and it opens you back up, and it aligns you back into the universal intelligence. How to raise this fluid. So, it says, to retain your sexual fluids, preserve your life force energy to allow the sacred oil to rise. Consume an alkaline diet. Focus on nourishing your body with alkaline foods that promote balance. Avoid acidic foods and fluids. Stay away from processed acidic foods, drinks to protect the sacred fluid. No alcohol consumption. Refrain from alcohol as it disrupts the body's energetic and spiritual balance. Practice Kundalini meditation. Engage in focused meditation to activate and guide the Kundalini energy. Balance all chakras. Harmonize the flow of energy through all 7 chakras to aid the process. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Keep the tongue on the roof of your mouth. This completes an energy circuit in your body. Yo, wow, I didn't even know that. Practice proper breathing. Deep, mindful breathing helps to align the mind and body, supporting the flow of energy because it's pure consciousness that you're breathing in. Okay? So, now we're going to go into biblical scriptures. This is what's going to expose the translations of Christianity and earlier Christianity. Earlier Christianity is actually, symbolism with the rest of the world, with the rest of ancient Egyptians and the Samaritan tablets, etc., etc. Okay, Jesus was crucified at Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. This represents Jesus on the cross, symbolically aligned with the midbrain. See, Christ oil, the 33 vertebrae, which is called Jacob's ladder. Right? Masonic artwork right here. When you see the Masonic artwork, you see Jacob's ladder ascending to the sun again. Okay? So Genesis 28, 10 to 22. Jacob left Beersheba and went to Haran. The sun had already set when he came to a good place to spend the night. He took a rock there and laid his head on it to sleep. Jacob had a dream. He dreamed that there was a ladder that there was on the ground and reached up to the heaven. He saw the angels of God going up and down, going up and down the ladder. And then Jacob saw the Lord standing by the ladder, and he said, I am the standing by the ladder. Jacob symbolizes the sacred oil in the parable. The rock he rested on represents the sacrum bone, right? Where the oil descends and remains for the time before ascending. When Jacob saw a ladder reaching heaven, this symbolizes the spinal cord, the pathway through which the sacred oil rises to the brain, heaven. The spinal cord serves as the stairway to a higher consciousness and divine awakening, Jacob's ladder. Freemasons represent this historic knowledge through symbolism. You know what I mean? It's just been the way our ancients and and they're the ones that created English as well. So when you guys are speaking English, you guys are actually speaking hidden spells. You guys don't even know that. That's the reason why they call it spelling, is because we're casting spells. When we're talking, we're actually giving we're sending total fields into this world. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get off the topic real quick of the sacred Christ oil. We'll get back on this and we'll start focusing on just certain topics. So the left side of your brain, masculinity. It is the fire, the thought. It's the thoughts, it's the logical form. Where water, feminism, the right side of the brain. It is the spiritual side. And that's where the babies ascend from. They come down from the spiritual plane into the physical world. Okay? So the brain stem, obviously, the pineal gland, L, Canaanite, God, Canaanite, candidate. See, we are the candidate to a Canaanite. To every big, there's a small. To every macroism, there's a microism. As above, so below. So always remember that saying, as above, so below. Shout out to Harry B. Joseph. Okay. The three wise men are the three spiritual glands in your body. The three wise men from the east, because the sun always it rises from the east. That's right. So the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, and the thymus gland. These are they are the thymus. Oh, sorry. So I am new to this. I'm actually very new to this myself. I'm, but once I have found this, I just feel like everybody else should know this type of information as well. So, you know what I mean? This is crazy stuff. Let me run you by this again. It's the Book of Wisdom, Vol.1, written by Harry B. Joseph, Revival of Wisdom. Shout outs to Harry B. Joseph. Thank you. Okay, so the Holy Trinity, Father, Holy Spirit, Son, God, generator, the mind, operator, the soul, right? D, the destroyer, the body. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Okay? So that's how you guys get it. The Holy Trinity, God is the operator or the generator. He generates everything. Everything comes from God, the mind. Operator, the soul, our soul. That is the observator. That's us. We are the soul. We are God. We are bought and by a price through God. We see everything through God. God sees everything through us. We are the operator of the soul. God's the generate mind. D, the destroyer, the body, Shiva, death, Vishnu, life, Brahma, God. You know what I mean? It's just, God, man, death. Kind of, if you guys kind of understand that. Okay. So here we are with the Holy Temple, the Holy Grail, the neck and the skull. The head is the Holy Grail. And the sacred place that holds our divine consciousness is God's temple, where all creation begins within the mind, in the realm of consciousness, magnetic, electric, the Holy Grail. See what I'm saying, guys? All right, this is the sigil to a lot of Freemasonic knowledge. This represents the milk and honey that our brain produces for life. The Masonic art represents the sun and the moon working together to produce milk and honey within the brain. The moon generates the milk, with the sun creates the honey. Corinthians 6:19-20. Or do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not yours. You are bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. To glorify God in your body means to raise the sacrum, Christum oil, up the spine and care for the vessel you inhabit. The powers that have externalized sacred symbolism, such as the Holy Grail in the Temple of Solomon, to keep humanity from discovering its own divine nature in the truth. Man is the ultimate creation made from the image of God. We are the most advanced technology on this universe. There's nothing more advanced than us. So just know that. Okay? Religion institutions primarily teach that exoticry of external interpretations and sacred wisdom, ensuring that continuization in inheritable structures. Meanwhile, those in power are initiated into the historic I'm sorry, I keep calling it like pronouncing it with historic, but historic, the internal teachings concerning the body consciousness and the metaphysical nature of reality. The Bible is written in a way that aligns one's level of understanding. It can perceive as a historical account and a physical guide, or a profound metaphor. Depending on the depth of one's awareness, your reality is shaped by your realization. Realization. I realize. The expansion of your mind determines the truth of your perception. Okay? So, let me show you guys the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was not an actual physical place. The Garden of Eden is the tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge is your nervous system telling you what's good and what's bad. Ouchie. No, don't do this, don't do that. The Garden of Eden is the tree of knowledge. The tree of life is your cardiovascular system. Okay? The tree of knowledge of good and evil represents the nervous system because it grants the mind awareness of good and evil. The mind and soul originate from external bliss, but the mind projects the soul into its dualistic simulation to gain knowledge from contrast experience. The cardiovascular system represents the tree of life because it sustains the physical body. Genesis 1:2 chapter 2 to verse 9 states the tree of life was the midst of the garden. The garden symbolizes the body, and the midst refers to the center, the heart. The heart's magnetic pulse sustains life within the body. All living things require a pulse. It is the universal breath of life. Everything is breathing. Everything is consciousness. To as above, so below. So as to the big, there's a small. As okay. So let's do one more time. Genesis chapter 1 verse 10 states, a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it divided and became 4 headwaters. The 4 rivers flowing to the Garden of Eden symbolizes the 4 holy fluids within the human brain, which sustains life and consciousness. Blood, the river of life, circulating oxygen and nutrients throughout the body, comparable to the Euphrates as a vital sustaining force. Okay, saliva, the fluid of digestion and transformation, breaking down food and aiding the communication, much like Gaon, much encircles and nourishes. Christ oil, chrism, spinal fluid. The sacrum, secrets linked to the spiritual awakening and alignment, akin to pashan, assorted with the golden purity. Semen and vaginal fluid, the creative life force, the essential of reproduction and divine energy, representing Tigris, of a river of rapid, potent movement. So this is the type of stuff. I haven't got to this far yet with this type of stuff at the Garden of Eden, but definitely I've researched a little bit of here. So let's get down to it. So the Temple of Solomon. This is the Temple of Solomon. This is the blueprint to where they built the Temple of Solomon. What does it look like? It looks like the human body. Head, heaven, heel, hell. The Temple of Solomon. Soul's the sun, moon, body, earth, mind, soul, and body. Okay? So you exist as a quantum photon, akin to celestial entity inhabiting a physical form with omniscient awareness. You are directly connected to the source, essentially embodying this as essence of divine entities. However, during our incarnation in this realm, we undergo a separation from the source. experience a lack of awareness regarding our true divine insights due to the program orchestrated by the central nerve system. Okay? The body is the temple that houses both the sun and the mind. It serves as a sacred vessel through which consciousness experience reality. Just as a temple, it's built to honor the divine. The human body is designed to channel life force, awareness, and spirituality. Okay, now this is my part right here. Okay, so as above, so below. You got to remember that. So everything above is below. Everything above us is macroism, the big. Everything below on earth, we are the microism. As within, so without. So as within, so without. You are the universe. Unite. One. We are united with the universal consciousness. Universe. We are God manifested in flesh. Okay? And to every day, there's a chakra that you should be working on. To every day, there's a certain that you are being materialized by one of the planets, which one of the stars, Saturn, the sun, the moon, etc., etc. So let's jump back in this. Just as the year cycles through its 4 seasons, so does the life of man experience its own externalization. These seasons are not merely external phenomena like winter or spring, but a reflection within, shaping our emotions, thoughts, and spiritual states. Humanity is influenced not only by the great cosmic cycles of the earth, but also by smaller external rhythms by the body itself in microism and miniature world mirroring the larger universe. The interconnectiveness of these cycles creates a unified pattern where the laws governing the cosmos are also imprinted in within us. So what it's trying to say is that those zodiacs is the reason why, like, they're so true and they're so real, because they're actually governing our materialization of our external world. They're creating our characteristics. They're creating our flaws. They're creating our qualities. They're creating us. Okay, so here we go. This is one of my favorite pictures right here. These are the 7 chakras, the 7 days of creation with the 7 days, the 7 metals. Okay, so this is huge. To every day what you're doing, if it's the root chakra day, you should be working on everything that revolves around root and so forth. And when you're passing through your chakras, that's how you know what's. So hold on, let me get to this. These are the dimensions of consciousness. This is where everything starts. Reality exists in multiple levels, seamlessly blending into planes above and below. Each plane is a manifestation of one above it, creating a continuous flow of existence. The higher the plane, the more fluid and formless it becomes. The lower the plane, the denser and the more material it appears. So on this physical plane, everything's dense. Everything up there, it's formless. The mental plane is a dimension of mind, a vast interconnected realm where all thoughts exist. The mind is not an isolated entity, but a part of the universal mind, meaning the plane is shared among all conscious beings. It is the world of thought, where ideas, concepts, and knowledge reside. Thoughts are independent and created. They are received and according to the frequency of our thoughts we access. Each thought, subject, or idea vibrates at a specific frequency. By aligning our focus, we tune into the corresponding stream of consciousness. Okay? So that's basically what it's talking about. Everything starts here. This is where God is. Okay? And everything right here, this is our imagination. This is our lucid dreams. This is when we're in our subconscious. Okay, guys? Right here. Etheric energy. This is 555 frequency. This is where it separates, that's why it says that etheric energy has 1 footstep in the physical world and 1 footstep out of the outer world. The etheric energy is what separates us from the spiritual world, from the physical plane, okay? So the physical plane is a square. It's limited. It's, you know what I mean? The etheric plane is a triangle, and the ethereal plane This is just infinite. It's spirit. That's why when you see the compass over the square with the Freemasons, it means spirit over matter. And when you see a kid graduating from high school with his high school cap, sorry, I don't know what they're called, even though that I just forgot what they're called. But anyways, and that's why they're saying, logic over spirit, meaning physical over spirit. Okay, so I just want to keep going because I got a little bit of things I got to do. So I'm not going to be here. This was just an introduction. I just wanted to show you guys how misled that we are on so many different levels, okay? So I just want to show you guys, Jehovah's Witness believe exactly 144,000 faithful Christians will go into heaven. This is the frequency you'll need to achieve in order to go from the root chakra to the crown chakra. Heal, heaven, head, heaven, heal, hell, okay? So spirit realm is Mercury, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun. That's me, actually. I'm the sacrum chakra. I am a Leo. So, right? And it doesn't matter. Just because you have one of these zodiacs doesn't mean that you're a low vibrator. Actually, it does kind of mean that you have incarnated a low vibration seed. Sex is a ritual when you perform it. If you perform it properly, everything's a ritual in life. You don't even know that you're actually, when you speak, you're creating a ritual. You are alternating your universe. When you speak, with the thoughts that you have give you a chain reaction and gives you an emotion. After you receive your emotion, you respond. There's an action to it, a reaction. So to the thought, there's an action to it. Every action, there's a reaction. Okay, guys? So, and if you know how to align these three, which is like the Holy Trinity, then you can live in more peaceful harmony. Okay? Mental. So here we are. These are actually 7 valves, and each valve corresponds with one of the chakras, which, chanting the valves correctly, it creates the phonic sound of So when they're going they're not doing that because they're actually doing that to giving off a vibrational sound that is connecting them to their certain chakras, okay? So when you see a monk doing that, it's not because he's going and he just wants to hum, okay, guys? So there's so much more to this that you have no idea. Spirit above, matter below. As above, so below, okay? We all start in the mental plane as a thought. It comes down through the astral plane, imagination. It gets charged by the etheric energy, and then it gets formed into physical matter. Okay, guys? So hold on. I just want to bring you guys back one more time before I end this because I'm not doing this all night. I just want to this was just a start, okay? I want to finish you guys off with this, okay, guys? S-Man, the best man here at your host, Critical Minds. Look at this, okay? Let's bring this a lot closer now, okay, guys? Okay. Genesis 1-3. Let there be light. We exist in a light wave universe where everything is made from light. Low vibrating light forms matter. Did you hear that? Low vibrating light forms matter, while high vibrating light transforms back into light. Walter Russell, Universal One. God is a thinking mind. The substance of a body of God is light. The one universal substance is thinking, comprehensive substance, with principles familiar to man throughout observation. The substance's creation is, of all things, is light. The one substance of thinking mind is that exists. The mind reveals through light. Hugh man, right? Hugh, which defines best. Hugh, sorry. I just got to add my boy Ronaldo. What are you doing, Chooch? Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, guys, so here we go. I just want to end this right now. Hue man, which defines the attributes of colors that permits to be classified as red, yellow, green, blue. So it permits the color. So it tells you. So if you're vibrating at a lower chakra level, a lower vibration, then you give off the color red. That's what defines human. So they call you Hugh because Hugh is light. If you're translating in Hebrew and Latin, it means light, Hugh man. Okay? You do not see into reality. The sigils of Lucifer, these are your eyeballs. These are your visual cortexes that connect you to your brain. Lucifer, the light barrier. Lucifer equals Lucy. Lucy in Latin means light. The sigils of Lucifer is showing you the visual field of eyes. Look at where the Egyptians, the Egyptian kings and King Tut, you see them. They have these symbols on their sarcophagus because they know they were in tune with the universe, with the, they know that we do not perceive the external world directly. Light waves enter the retinas, and the image we experience is generated by a visual cortex located in the back of our brain. This visual cortex is the primary region of the brain responsible for receiving and integrating and processing visual information relayed from the retinas. The ancient Egyptians possessed a profound understanding of reality and the brain's functions. This is why the knowledge is embedded in their scriptures and artwork. Element, meant, mind. God, element, God, mind. Here's the electric magnetic light spectrum. Okay, now this is what I want to leave you guys with before I leave here, guys. I just want to say thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for your time. This is what I'm going to leave you guys with. The elements only exist within the mind. Humans are God manifested in flesh. Each one of us is a fraction of God in separate bodies, connected through the universal mind. God is mind, and all things exist within its universal, infinite intelligence. God is constantly thinking all things into existence, and through our thoughts, we participate in this divine process, creative process, this divine creative process. So I hope you guys realize that, okay? All your thoughts, all your emotions, and all your reactions in this world has materialized and made your life up to this very moment. Every thought you had, every emotion you had, and every action you ever committed has led to this moment today. And if this message has found you in the most positive way, I just want to say thank you. If you guys agree to disagree respectfully, it's okay. I still respect your guys' opinions. And I wish you guys all the best and success. May you guys stay up, stay positive, and stay strong. You know what I mean? Keep your eye level as your shoulder levels. Keep your eyes shoulder levels. Don't scan the floor. Keep them scanning the horizon. Never look at the floor. And, keep your spirit so high as the stars that you'll never let anybody bring you down again. It's your boy, Ask Man, the Best Man, Critical Minds.